No,
No.
I'm not with him.
No.
Yeah, not by choice, but I respect him. It's all love.
It's not your choice?
I wouldn't have chose it, but it was what was best. But I wouldn't have chose it. No.
After all the money, effort, and love Yo Gotti poured into winning Angela Simmons' heart, everyone thought she'd be crowned the Queen of Memphis and they'd live there happily ever after. So when Angela suddenly revealed that it was over and she was stepping into her single girl era, fans were left completely stunned.
My choice, I had to make a decision, but I think there's a certain level of what I can share and would share publicly. You know what I mean? And I can publicly say that I'm not with him anymore. But as far as details, I would just never.
But soon after the breakup news dropped, everyone on the street started asking what really went wrong.
Did Angela catch him cheating?
Were those rumors about him and Glorilla true, and Angela just couldn't take the disrespect anymore?
No one knew for sure.
But according to Angela, the real reason she walked away was much darker than anyone thought. She already understood that dating a rapper like Yo Gotti could come with drama and other women, but what she didn't expect was being pulled into the middle of a dangerous street feud he was tied to. Angela reportedly said that with the tension still brewing over young Dolph's death, things around Gotti's circle were getting too serious, and law enforcement might soon have to step in to keep things under control. Angela and Gotti's love story had always been intense. He chased her publicly for years, making it known she was the one he wanted. After nearly 6 years of pursuit, she finally agreed to go out with him in early 2023, and from that moment, their romance became the talk of the town. Gotti spoiled her endlessly, bonded with her son, and Angela often spoke about how deeply she loved him, saying she could see herself marrying him. Fans really thought this was it. The King of Memphis had found his queen for life. But just as fast as the fairy tale began, it suddenly fell apart. Angela went on Angie Martinez's podcast and confirmed that it was over. She didn't share every detail, saying only that it wasn't her choice to end things but that she ultimately had to do what was best for her peace. Her words left fans confused. How did she go from calling him the one to saying leaving him was the right decision?
Something didn't quite add up.
The internet, of course, went digging for answers, and that's when whispers started spreading that Yo Gotti's attention might have drifted somewhere else. Yo Gotti raised eyebrows when he gifted Glorilla a luxury Cadillac Escalade IQ for her 25th birthday, right after showering her with pricey watches. Sure, Glorilla is signed under his CMG label, but that didn't stop people from wondering if there was more than just business between them. Fans started whispering that maybe Angela couldn't handle the rumors anymore. Some believed she decided to walk away before Gotti's behavior embarrassed her in public and left her looking foolish. But after hearing all the gossip about whether she dumped him or he left her for someone else, Angela shut the talk down fast. She made it clear that if she had wanted to marry him, she easily could have. However, Angela hinted that her real reason for leaving wasn't about women, it was about survival. The chaos in Memphis had become too real. The violence following young Dolph's murder had everyone nervous, and those connected to Gotti's crew seemed to be dropping one by one. It all started when Don D. Moneychilds, who had once joked about Dolph's death, was killed, sparking a chain of violent attacks. In 2022, Big and Key, a rapper signed to Moneybagg Yo and cousin of Big 30, was shot as well. Reports later linked him to Justin Johnson, better known as Straight Drop, one of the main suspects in Dolph's murder. Straight Drop, along with Cornelius Smith, Hernandez Govan, and others charged in the case, were all rumored to have ties to CMG, Yo Gotti, and a Memphis gang called Trula Mafia. The gang's OG, Joshua Taylor, aka CEO Tizzy, also became a person of interest before being fatally shot in June 2023, found dead at the scene before help could arrive. The list of deaths just kept growing. Then in September 2022, Memphis rapper Lada Cash Desto was gunned down. At first, her death seemed random, but soon people learned she was actually the daughter of Hernandez Govan, one of the key names tied to young Dolph's case. Hernandez Govan, one of the primary suspects in young Dolph's murder, wasn't the last name to surface in the deadly string of retaliations. What came next proved just how determined Dolph's people were to settle the score. In August 2023, police confirmed that a man named Tomuel Benson had been shot and killed, and he turned out to be none other than Black Youngster's brother. For those who don't know, Black Youngster is signed to Yo Gotti's CMG label and was one of the first artists to publicly feud with young Dolph, even being accused of taking part in an earlier attempt on Dolph's life. As these attacks continued, it became increasingly clear that whoever was behind Dolph's murder was being hunted one by one. Strangely, though, the man many suspected of having the deepest ties, Yo Gotti himself, remained untouched. But Dolph's camp wasn't about to let things stay that way. Reports claimed they began going after Gotti's loved ones, showing that the feud had turned deeply personal. His mother narrowly escaped an attack, while his older brother, Big Juk, wasn't as lucky. After Dolph's death, Big Juk had made cruel jokes online about the tragedy, something that would come back to haunt him in the most brutal way.
I don't paint no bitch beside two real niggas. Two real niggas with a pussy in the middle, man. Y'all don't do that, man. Don't fuck up our legacy. So pussy right here, y'all. Two gangsters. Man.
Reports later surfaced claiming that Big Juk was the one who allegedly placed a $100,000 bounty on young Dolph's head, the move that supposedly set the deadly chain of attacks in motion. That alone gave Dolph's camp all the reason they needed to strike back. Then, in January 2024, Big Juk met his tragic end while attending his uncle's funeral, and even now, no one has been arrested for the shooting. With his death, many believe the brutal cycle of revenge had finally come full circle, bringing closure to a war that had consumed Memphis for years. The bloodshed that unfolded after Dolph's death was unlike anything the city had ever witnessed, and many argued it all could have been avoided if Yo Gotti had simply accepted that Dolph didn't want to sign under him. What started as mutual respect between two talented artists had turned into jealousy, tension, and finally, violence. Gotti reportedly went from admiring Dolph's independence to trying to force him into his CMG label, setting off a feud that spiraled out of control. Now, with the young Dolph murder trial still ongoing, Yo Gotti's name continues to surface. One of the main suspects, Hernandez Govan, accused of organizing the entire hit, was found not guilty on August 21, 2025, of conspiracy and first-degree charges. Govan's defense argued that prosecutors had completely overlooked key figures like Big Juk and Yo Gotti, as well as their CMG connections, despite the clear history of animosity. They portrayed Govan as a scapegoat, a disposable pawn used to shield the real power players in a deadly game of loyalty and revenge.
Evidence that you want to tell you, and then you have the cameras rolling on a high-profile case to pressure you to commit a verdict of guilty is patently unfair. And just because he's a nobody and doesn't have money like Gotti or Juk, his brother, who was never even questioned or charged, he's the fall guy. He didn't do anything, even if you believe.
With Hernandez Govan's acquittal, the entire situation took an unexpected turn, leaving the streets buzzing for young Dolph's justice. Word began spreading that federal investigators were quietly building a case against Yo Gotti, with mounting evidence reportedly linking both him and CMG to the crime. According to Angela Simmons, this was exactly why she had to distance herself. She wasn't willing to become collateral damage in someone else's dangerous feud. Now, with Govan walking free, no one can say for sure whether Dolph's crew will wait for the justice system or take matters into their own hands again. Many online users even said they understood Angela's decision, as rumors of an upcoming RICO indictment against Yo Gotti were growing louder. Industry voices like Whack 100 also weighed in, warning that if Gotti gets hit with a RICO, it'll be another harsh reminder that street life always ends ugly. He added, "They want us turning on each other. It's entertainment for them.
They like watching us crash." Meanwhile, talk online grew darker.
People pointed out how Dolph's team had already avenged most of the players tied to his murder before the suspects ran for police protection. That's real street justice, some said. No fake rips, just payback. With so much blood already spilled, it's clear Yo Gotti's world is closing in fast. But what do you think? Was Angela smart for walking away before things exploded? Or are these RICO rumors being blown out of proportion? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because this story is far from over.